So for this week's What Wednesday question, we're going to talk about the question, do you ever get sick of each other?
What?
Living in an RV, traveling full time, obviously you're together quite a bit. There isn't a lot of room to spread out, so there is tons of closeness, which I love. I feel like it's a great part of what we're doing, and it's one of the reasons we chose to do what we're doing. But I know everybody needs their alone time. Totally get that. I need mine. Nathan needs his. Even Hensley needs her playtime alone from mommy and daddy sometimes. So I feel like that's a very healthy thing, and it does make it a little bit more tricky to get your alone time, but it's not impossible. I love that she still has a nap time. That's kind of our time at times to either work or have free time. So if we're staying at the beach, I love just going out and spending some time on the beach, just getting that time. Going for a run, we'll do that sometimes to get our time in. Even just when she goes to sleep, that's kind of our time as well. And don't be afraid to, Nathan will stay in the living room and work, and I'll go back to the bedroom and just have some time by ourselves, and that's okay, and it's healthy, and there are ways to have that.
And that factors into what RV you're going to buy too with that decision. I know our first trailer, we thought, oh yeah, we can do this. We wanted something Airstreamish, so we got an Earthbound, which was competition for that. But we quickly realized that just wasn't enough separation for us to have our time together, especially if it rains for a few days in a row, which we encounter. The rain kind of follows us around as we go.
It does.
So that's something to think about too when you're making your decision. One thing to keep in mind is that traveling seems to magnify who you are as a family, and it magnifies who you are as a person as well. If you're really picky about where things are and how they go to their place, and it's, as you get a smaller space, that becomes even more and more of your personality. Or if you're the kind of person that as soon as you change your clothes or grab something out of the laundry, you just throw it on the floor or on the bed or wherever, and say, I'll mess with that later. That's magnified in a small space as well. You're quickly stepping over those clothes or tripping over those clothes.
I've gotten much better.
She has. She really has.
The RV life has definitely taught me that things have to go away or it gets pretty crazy. So
I haven't gotten any better as far as the organization.
I'm happy that Nathan loves organization. That's really helped. It's really helped. If we'd had two people like me, it would have been bad.
It really helps to have at least one of the two that knows how to create a place for things. That's overwhelming for Marissa to decide where things need to go. So I make all the decisions. I'm like, okay, that can go here, that can go here, that can go here. And over time, we've gotten better with putting those things.
And I love that. I'm not great at that, but once he kind of sets out a plan, because he's awesome at that, it helps. It's very helpful. I love it. It's really changed our life, to be honest.
It magnifies my personality, where I've also had to kind of back off a little bit and realize there's some days where it's just super busy, or Marissa's been super busy or super tired, and I don't need to be a complete jerk about a couple of things laying out. I've had to let that go. Hensley's personality is magnified. When you're in a small space and she's in a bad mood and screaming and whatever, we can't just let her go play back in some room or we never hear her. She's still right there close to us. I hate to say it this way, but if as a family you just don't like each other, you don't enjoy being around each other, you really you need to figure that out first while you've got some extra space and kind of work your way into it. Just like having a baby won't solve your problems with a marriage, traveling on the road full time won't solve your problems of a family being apart. I think kind of work your way into it, maybe camp on the weekends, and work on those things with a larger house. I'm not saying your family has to be, we're not perfect at all.
No.
Don't sit around and wait for your family to be perfect before you travel on the road full time or anything. That'll never happen.
Mm-hmm. But
at the same time, realize that it won't solve your problems or anything like that. 'Cause
if anything, I feel like we definitely have to have more communication. We're having to work together through things all day. I mean, it's not like one's doing her job and the other one, he's doing his job, and we don't see each other till night. I mean, we're all day, every day communicating and working through things and making decisions together. It's not perfect. It does take practice, and
It can get stressful. Too.
yeah. So, do we get sick of each other? Sometimes. But we are having an absolute blast. Wouldn't change this adventure for the world. And I really think that it has just brought our family so much closer, and we love it. If you have any questions or comments, let us know.